Fine. Seems to know.
Hi, Laxman, can you hear me? This is Bhupender.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so I just want to know, this is the very first session, right? Because I got this email just now from SADA.
Correct. This is the first session. So yesterday we had a session just to have a very generic discussions about
Okay.
very generic questions, not related to this the what we are planned to learn, what we want to know.
Okay.
It was just a generic discussion.
And just, I won't waste everyone's time. Just how many sessions do you plan for this financials only?
It goes up to 70 hours.
70 hours. Okay.
Yeah, 70. So
Mm-hmm.
we are going to cover financials, including P2P and O2C cycles.
Including P2P and O2C. Okay, so that doesn't cover SCM or the CRM side of
We are
it.
not going to touch the core SCM part when you talk about P2P O2C, the basic configuration and the basic flow, which will connect
Okay.
our finance.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, Lakshman, this is Raj. I just want to make sure you can hear me.
Yes, Raj, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, thanks, Lakshman.
Yeah, thank you. Fine. Let's get into the today agenda. After completing this or in between, if you have any questions, you can stop me and we can talk on that. Fine. So, as a part of today's agenda, just these are the points just planned to discuss. So, we'll talk about what is the meaning of fusion applications, cloud computing, what are the different delivery models available for clients from Oracle if they want to implement fusion applications for their operations, and the difference between on-premise and cloud platforms. And just I mentioned a few technology, functional, as well as application naming convention changes. I'll take you through that, and we'll have a glance on how the fusion look and feel. We can find nothing but user interface UI, and then we'll go through the course curriculum, what exactly we are going to come across in this training, and what from which application what we are going to cover, what are the different applications will be working on, and what are the process flows will be working, that everything will go very detailed level. Okay, when you talk about fusion applications, so here the Oracle fusion applications, that means, so we know in the market, just before we get into that point, so as we know very well, there are many ERP products in the market. Just I taken very few names here, which are very popular in the market. Maybe one or two might be missing, even that is very popular. So we have a JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, Siebel, and Oracle. These all are ERP products in the market. When you look at these ERP products, most of the ERP products are offering the solution for different business areas. If you talk about JD Edwards, sorry, so JD Edwards, they have a just solution for order management, financial management, project management, asset lifecycle management, and manufacturing management. The same way PeopleSoft, SCM, supply chain management, HCM, human capital management, financial management. The same way Siebel and Oracle, these all ERP products has a specialized solutions for the different area of the business, or primary or sub business processes. So now this is just as just a first slide I want to present. We have a few, just we are talking about, there are many ERP products in the market which are specialized or which are offering the different product solutions as per the client businesses. Now, when you have multiple ERP products in the market, if some client is looking for the solution for these areas of the business, say SCM, HCM, CRM, financial management, and reporting solutions, so the big question is which is the right ERP for their organization. So when you think about this point, you could see few points, few modules or processes which I highlighted, where those are very I mean popular or really doing good from the different ERP products. So when you talk about JD Edwards, we can find good solution as a part of order management, of course, from other areas also. And when you talk about PeopleSoft, it's HCM, human capital management, is very famous from PeopleSoft. When you talk about Siebel, CRM is really good. And when you talk about Oracle, EBS, EBT, EBS, e-business suite, so financials, Oracle Financials are very famous and really doing good in the market. So now, if any client want to go with the different areas of the solution, these products, which ERP is right ERP? So in Oracle also we have CRM, but compared to Siebel CRM, Oracle CRM is not that much great product. And in Oracle itself, we have a HRMS, human resource management system. But if you compare Oracle HRMS with PeopleSoft HCM, human capital management, it's not a great product. That means when you go with the comparison for some specialized area, so we have a the solutions available from the different products. You may not find all different solutions like financial, CRM, HCM, or other processes within single ERP where all are really very good and so very famous in the market, where any client can go and opt and they can use very just matured product process or functionalities for their business. So if this is a situation, if some company want to implement HCM, CRM and financials, if they want to opt best ERP products or respective solution, they have to go with a different ERP product. That is definitely big challenge for any organization. So because of these challenges in the market, what Oracle did is they acquired many other ERP products like JD Edwards. Oracle acquired PeopleSoft, Siebel. Anyway, Oracle EBS e-business suite is owned by Oracle itself, and they acquired Hyperion, which is very famous for planning, budgeting, and reporting capabilities, and Primavera, where you can do the project planning now, which you could see in the Fusion application as a PPM. So not only these, just I mentioned few products Oracle acquired, and other than that, many other products and technologies Oracle acquired. Okay, they acquired, and just what they did is, from all these acquired products, which is the best solution they identified. Okay, so say for example, JD Edwards order management, from PeopleSoft HCM human capital management, from Siebel customer relationship management CRM, from Oracle EBS financial management, nothing but our Oracle financials, and from Hyperion, okay, HFM, Hyperion financial management, HFR, Hyperion financial reporting, Hyperion planning and budgeting, from Primavera project portfolio management. Whatever I just mentioned in the yellow color, these you can just consider as a very popular in the from the respective products. So they taken these solutions from the different ERP, and by taking all these into one suite, they built an application called as Fusion applications. That means if any client is going to use Fusion application for their organization, whatever the financials they'll be using as a part of Fusion financials, that is a legacy of EBS only. The EBS financials they taken into Fusion applications, and the Siebel. Okay, from Siebel the CRM solution. If client is using for a CRM solution as a part of Fusion, the legacy is Siebel only. From Siebel, the CRM solution they taken into Fusion. From PeopleSoft HCM, human capital management, which is equal to HRMS or EBS HRMS, they taken from PeopleSoft, and Hyperion. The Hyperion reporting and planning budgeting solution they taken from Hyperion product, and Primavera they taken the project management and other areas. Simply here we call as PPM, project portfolio management, which consists of complete project suite of applications. And from JD Edwards they taken few features, and even from PeopleSoft along with the HCM they taken few finance related solutions also into Fusion financials along with the EBS financials. So this is how just they taken the best solutions, the best practices from the different ERP products, and they built ultimate product called as Fusion applications. So
Hey, Laxman.
yeah.
So did they actually use the product as it is, or did they rewrite it using their concepts and ideas? So I mean the tables, etc. Would it be the same, or did they just rewrite the product using those ideas?
So when we talk about that point, we have to go area specific. When I talk about financials, uh, they didn't do any redesigning and all. They take in as is, and they did some enhancements, and they added some few new functionalities. Okay, that's how they did. When you talk about
Okay.
few other products, some partial part they redesigned. If you talk about
Okay,
order
thank you.
management, the OM
Yeah,
functionality they taken for order processing, the rest of process, what we call as workflow in EBS, for that they are
right.
using the product called as DO, distributed order orchestration. So that's how they did some changes. Some partially or in few areas completely module itself they changed, okay, in the respective business process. So the most of the cases here, whatever we are talking about, these they taken as is and they did some changes.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So that's how they did it. So if any client is going to
Laxman,
use an application, yeah, please.
as you said, like they have taken from multiple entities, you said, right, to create the fusion application. So in terms of table structures and all, still they follow the EBS standards of the tables, or have the tables also completely changed as part of fusion now?
So that almost you can see as a see when you talk about our financials, you see the same tables which we have in our EBS. You can find the same.
Okay, the same tables.
Yeah,
Okay.
same table because the solution, the product solution they taken from EBS, so that they didn't redesign. That is the reason there are no changes in the table level.
Mhm.
Yep.
Thank
Yeah, for that total information you can see in on one page. They're just as a like Oracle Enterprise Repository. They are giving the access where you can go and verify that information. I'll take you through that. Anyway, we have to work on it for data loading processes and all. At the time, I can take you through that as a proof of information. Okay, fine. So this is the point we have to understand. If any client is going to use Oracle Fusion applications for 2 3 areas of the solution, that means they are using the different ERP products and the but title, the name they could see as a Fusion applications. When if client is using the HCM solution or CRM solution, they don't find anywhere that is PeopleSoft or Siebel or Hyperion or Primavera or JD Edwards. Everything they see as a title as a Fusion applications. So that's how they
So,
just framed it. Yeah, please.
yeah, just one question, going back to the earlier question about, tables and access.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of premature, too early to ask, but does the access method to the database layer in Fusion application remains the same as in EBS, meaning we connect to the database using an third-party tool like a Toad or Navigator, and then I have access to underlying tables and schema, or is it different? I know it's kind of early, but just
No,
want
no,
to
no. See,
know your thoughts.
that point we can discuss. See, if it is a cloud in Fusion applications, if you are using the
Mhm.
cloud, that means where you take the subscription from Oracle. In that case, you can have access to database, but not through third-party tools. Within the application
Okay.
environment, they given the framework where you can go and write the queries and you can fetch the data, you can analyze. But if they are
Okay.
going to use Oracle Fusion applications, which is not
Mhm.
within the cloud, where you will have a application on-premise instance, in that case, you can
Mhm.
treat that product as a same as EBS in terms of database
Mhm.
access.
Okay, so it depends on whether it's hosted or it's on-prem or
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
cloud, right?
If it is a cloud, those are there are some restrictions where you cannot connect to third-party tool to have access
Mm-hmm.
to database. If it is
Okay. Oh, got
on-premise,
it.
you can connect through any tool and you can do any sort of activities on that. Could be
No, no. Say that. Say you just said that if it's on cloud, we cannot use any third-party tool. But what did you say after that?
if it is on premise.
On-premise. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
yeah, on
Thank
premise
you.
you can connect with any tool.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey,
Hey Laxman, hey Laxman.
look,
Yeah, please.
Hey, yesterday you said even with cloud, if we are on PaaS environment, we can do customization. But if it is pure on cloud SaaS, then you cannot do it. But today
See,
you're saying that on cloud we cannot do it. So can you clarify that?
sorry, you are talking about personalization, right?
No, I was talking about customization.
Yeah, see, customization is different, database access is different. Now purely we are talking about database access. When you talk about customizations you can do in the on premise. On premise you can do. When you talk about cloud, within the cloud we have a different options: SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. Depending on which subscription you are taking, you can find that option is possible or not possible. We'll be discussing that more detail level. Okay, in cloud, you can do the customizations and you cannot do the customization. If your subscription is SaaS, you cannot do the customization, that too specific functionality related customizations. Still, you can do in any subscription report related customizations.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see that we have a separate slide where we'll discuss more detail level on those points by differentiating this different subscriptions.
But is personalization and
Yeah,
some
but
sort of email notification are those all?
yeah, when we talk about personalizations, the basic personalizations are possible in any subscription. But if you want to do some advanced personalizations where you want to write some custom procedures, etc., in that case, you have to be in the PaaS model, not in the SaaS. First, we have to see and we have to understand what is SaaS and PaaS.
Correct.
Then these points may become very much valid to understand. Yeah, we'll,
Okay.
we'll see this maybe a little bit later in today's session itself. Okay, so to understand this fusion applications, so any questions from anyone, please? If no question, we can move to next slide. Fine, great, no questions. So this is the meaning of fusion applications. Okay, we don't see any solution with a different product name, the legacy product, the actual product name. Everything we see as a fusion applications, but legacy is from the different ERP products which are acquired by Oracle. Fine. The next point is cloud computing. What is the meaning of cloud computing? Any simple definition?
Internet computing. So
Internet
basically,
computing.
the servers, etc., resources are in the cloud or on a virtual server instead of on a physical server at the premises.
Yes. The first point is the server, whatever the server the user or business will be accessing, that you cannot see physically. The servers, you can, whatever the product you are accessing, the product will be residing in the virtual servers. How the virtual servers can be managed? When you talk about this cloud computing technology, the cloud computing company, what they do is they maintain very big missions, very big servers, big missions we can call. Those missions can have a capacity of generating the virtual servers as per requirement. So that sort of virtual servers Oracle will create as per the client requirements. Within that, they'll maintain the software product for which applications we are subscribing. So that virtual server access they'll provide to the client. So if it is a physical server, that definitely will reside in specific location. When you talk about virtual server, that too, that also should be reside in specific location. The location would be internet. So virtual servers, the first point is when I talk about cloud computing, everything will be managed with the not physical servers, virtual servers, where virtual servers can be residing. Virtual servers can reside in the internet as a source. So when virtual servers are available in the internet as a source, it would be very easy for anyone to access. So there won't be any performance related issues. So if server is located in specific location, the people, if they are accessing from the different geographies, and they have to submit the request, they have to connect time taking process, and they submit request and it has to respond. So there are many barriers in between, like network, etc., etc. So to resolve all this and to just simplify that application access and technology point of view, just uh, this cloud computing will help us, where if you are just connected to internet, you can think your server is there itself. Simply you can connect and you will be able to access. So user experience will be very rich. And when you talk about cloud computing, we may think about the security depending on cloud vendor. Now we can say Oracle is one of the big cloud vendor in the market. After they started with this fusion cloud, prior to that they acquired some cloud technologies also in the market. That's how they became big cloud computing company. So now they are just offering this cloud services to, I mean, it's especially like when you talk about cloud computing, it's not like Amazon, like where they just provide the space here. The cloud computing, they are just offering to their clients primarily along with the application access. To provide application access, they are using this cloud computing technology. So that's how the cloud computing means. It's all about maintaining the virtual servers and maintaining those virtual servers as a internet as a source in a more secured way. So that is the meaning of cloud computing. Here just I given 2 3 lines of information. So the practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet, okay, to store and manage and to process the data rather than a local server or personal computer serves client requests. Okay, so the virtual servers will be maintained within the internet. Okay, so internet, that is the meaning of cloud computing. So related to this point, any questions from anyone, please?
Maybe this is too early, Lakshman, and you can defer this question. I was trying to understand: does Oracle and Amazon compete in all three spaces, SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS, or is Amazon only present in IaaS?
See, when we talk about cloud computing, when you say just cloud computing, so those are the three default services cloud computing offers, but they are focusing on what that totally depends. Okay. So now when you look at Amazon AWS, primarily they
Yeah.
offer IaaS model, infrastructure
Okay.
as a service. They provide the space. Within that, what are the applications you want to install, you install it, and you can use that space. But when you talk about
Thanks.
Oracle, their focus is not just giving the space. Their focus is
Right. Right.
giving subscription for the applications, the space which will be provided by Oracle itself. And if client is big client and already they subscribed few applications, they are taking the Oracle services, they may show interest to give you the other IaaS option also. That we'll discuss in today's session itself. We have separate
Okay.
slide for that. Yeah, great.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, hello Lakshman, Sandeep here.
yes, Sandeep.
Yeah, do you require any prerequisites to learn this application like in Oracle EBS or Java or something else for cloud computing? And what is the difference? Like, is it the same Fusion Cloud Financial? So, like these are the same word or different meanings?
Yes, yes. 1 second, Sandeep.
Guys, there's a lot of disturbance in the back. Could you please mute your things,
So
please?
that's what I'm trying to talk about that point only. We are getting a lot of background noise. If you have any question, yes, you can unmute and you can ask the question. After asking the question, immediately you can go on mute. And again, if you have any other questions, you can unmute and you can ask. That's how you can avoid the kind of background noise into this meeting. Okay, please. And if you don't have any questions, please make sure that you are on mute. Thank you. Fine. Uh, I'm really sorry. You can just repeat your question. I could not focus on that. I was trying to say to mute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lakshman, the question is that any prerequisite means any skill set is required to learn this technology like Oracle EBS. We require any like EBS experience or a technical or functional or some to
I
learn
got
this
your question, sir.
application.
Yeah. Fine. When you talk about Fusion Financials, it's definitely recommended uh, to have a knowledge or experience on EBS Financials. Okay, EBS Financials. Say you have a expertise on EBS technical side, and depending on like if you say EBS technical consultant, maybe your skill when you segregate maybe 70 or 80% technical, 20% functional, 20 or 30%. In that case also still we recommend better you can go through that functional part, EBS financials. You'll get a fundamental of the product knowledge. Then after once you are comfortable with EBS financials, understanding Fusion Financial will become pretty easy. You don't need to spend more time. Just whatever you learn from EBS financials, the same how that can be managed in the Fusion, you can see and you can understand. You may practice once or twice. That will be enough. But if you don't have EBS background and if you are starting with this, you may understand, but that won't become complete learning. Tomorrow when you start with some project and all, you'll have a great challenges. The people who have some experience, they can do better than you. Definitely you might be having many years of experience and technical side and other technologies. Since this is new for you and this is not a proper learning if you directly go with the Fusion Financials, so there we struck. And one more point is most of the companies are looking for the people who are expertised on EBS as well as Fusion Cloud, not just Fusion Cloud, because they're getting projects, more projects, frankly speaking, still they're getting on EBS. And say out of 100%, like 30 to 40% projects they are getting on cloud. So that's how the cloud is doing in the market. That is the reason that the consulting companies also look for the people who has these two skills, EBS as well as cloud. So if you don't have EBS knowledge, we don't recommend this course for anyone. Still, if somebody is interested, they can go ahead, they can understand. So after completing the course, if they think they are not comfortable, they may look for again EBS and all, but that is not the proper way of doing. First you can start with EBS. Once you complete, learning Fusion Financials will be very easy for you if you are okay with EBS Financials.
Hey, Lakshman.
Yeah.
Yeah, one general question I was not sure if I should ask, or maybe I can ask separately. You see, I have a lot of experience in SCM, like order management, shipping, warehouse management, inventory, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But not much in financials other than AR.
Okay.
But in New York area, I think there are a lot of financial opportunities, and I was thinking of, like, because I'm here in this area, switching to finance. I think that should be pretty. I was thinking that should be not that difficult. Switching all the way from SCM, manufacturing, inventory, because I think there is some amount of like AR and OM and trade management involved in SCM too.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I agree with you, but the point here is our focus would be like how that complete configuration can be done. If some new feature is there, definitely we'll talk about it. What is the meaning of that? What is the purpose? How it works, etc. If something is new and some enhancement you could see in the Fusion application compared to EBS, I'll talk about very detailed level. But the rest of functionality which you see in the EBS, we'll be working on it. How to configure, how the process works, and rest of points also will understand, but we don't talk about the fundamental things. What is the meaning of this? The reason the most of the participants are from EBS only, so that is we won't be focusing on that. So if I ask you the question like what is the use of retained earnings accounts, okay, what is the meaning of interest invoice, what is the meaning of interest invoice when it comes into picture, what do you mean withholding tax?
Right.
You can answer to these questions, you can go ahead with this course. Otherwise, even you have a very good experience on SCM, it won't be a good recommendation if I say you can proceed.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because
Thanks.
with that experience really you can just you can just prove yourself by working on any SCM project, frankly speaking, not on finance project. So after
Oh, I
getting
see.
those many years of experience, jumping into finance like more or less fresher, we we may not like that sort of profile, right? If you go with EBS finance, you'll get exact product functionality. You can understand with your experience on EBS. You know each and everything, how to handle the projects and documentation, extra.
Yeah.
Just you have to understand the set of functionality related stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
so
No,
you
but
can retain your experience if you can go through this EBS finance to prove the same with the Fusion Financials. If you directly jump into that, you can understand, you can start, but there will be simple challenges with less experienced people also. You have to face
I
less
see.
experienced people where they will be uh, just they'll
I
be
know.
just, yeah, you can understand that.
Yeah. They can be better. Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Thanks.
Yeah. But we'll
no,
talk about these points, these sort of points we can discuss in the end of the session if you don't mind. For now, we can proceed with the agenda related to these. If you have any questions, please raise your questions. We can talk on that. If the question is not related to the topic which we are talking, definitely we can discuss in the end of the session. Okay. So any questions from anyone related to cloud computing? It's more related to technical technology. We don't need to understand more detailed level, but just very high level understanding. What does it mean by? what we should understand, it's all about virtual servers which will be offered by cloud computing company, in our case Oracle, and servers will reside in the internet as a source. So those will give the quick access and great user experience when we use those products. And when I talk about cloud computing, there will be certain restrictions, and there may not be restrictions depending on which subscription you are taking from cloud, that respective vendor. Okay, so these are
Yes,
the points we have to understand. Any questions on top of it, please?
yes, I have one question.
Please.
Yeah, actually, how much secure cloud solution? Like in these
Yeah,
days,
yeah,
there
I
is
got
so
your
many
question. One
problem with
second.
data.
1 second, if you don't mind. So, how much secured means, I can give you the only simple answer. The financial institutions also are using Oracle Cloud Financials and other solutions. Then you can think. Many banks also started using Fusion Cloud Financials. That much secured. Okay. Any other questions, please? Fine. No question here. So the same. Just I kept a few slides. Any question?
Yeah, in case of physical server means is the on-premises implementation.
Exactly, exactly. Physical servers mean on-premise. You are right. Fine. So when you talk about this cloud computing, since everything is going to be lightweight, the virtual servers and the virtual servers will reside internet as a source. It's very easy to access that application from any device. Okay, any device. The cloud application, the instance which we are going to share with you for our practice, that you can access from your mobile also, from your smartphone you can access from any device. To internet you can connect and you can access, no plugin is required. However, you can access Gmail or Yahoo or Facebook. That much flexibility you could see when you access Fusion application. Okay, so the Fusion application or the Fusion instance you can call as a pod. We have iPod. The same way instance normally we calling it as a pod. So so that's all about that. Oracle Cloud means, as we discussed, now Oracle is one of the cloud vendor in the market. Okay, where it's specialized for Oracle products. That's what we can understand. That is the meaning of Oracle Cloud.
Hey,
Oracle is
hey,
offering cloud
Laxman.
services. Yeah, please.
So if I consider previous when we hosted with Oracle and Oracle IaaS today, even with the Fusion
No, no, if
application.
you don't mind, when you talk about IaaS, IaaS, those points we'll discuss in the next slide, because the
Okay.
terminology is new for many people, right? So we can,
Okay. I was just because you were talking about this cloud, I was just thinking
yeah, if
to
since you are
confirm
referring the
no
term,
difference than what
no, no.
used to
If you are
exist
referring
before.
that term, my request is just give me 2 minutes so that we can reach that slide and we can talk on that more detail level.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Fine. It's all about Oracle Cloud means, that is the meaning of that. Now Oracle also offering cloud services. That is the reason that same services what they're offering we are calling as Oracle Cloud. Now Oracle also big cloud vendor in the market. So here is the point. What are the different options available for the customer to choose this cloud applications? When I talk about, say, our client is going to implement Oracle Cloud Financials or Cloud Financials SCM and HCM. So when they are going with that cloud subscription, what are the different options are available? Primarily, these are the three options which make some difference in terms of subscription. SaaS. SaaS means software as a service. PaaS means platform as a service. IaaS means infrastructure as a service. So based on this slide, I am not going to explain many points which are related to this. High level, I'll give just one liner information about these three subscriptions, and in the next slide we'll go more detail level. Okay, so SaaS. When you talk about SaaS, software as a service, here as a client, if you are going to subscribe SaaS subscription from Oracle, you can get the product. Say you are subscribing financials. When you subscribe the financials, you can use the functionality as it is how Oracle is providing. If you want to customize, if you want to build altogether new custom product, custom applications, or you want to add 2 3 custom forms in the existing environment, you cannot do it. That means the functionality, in case of EBS, we can develop the new forms and you can just register and you can use in the specific process. That is not possible in Fusion if you go with the SaaS model. Here we don't find any forms. All uh, the data process, everything which you do through ADF pages, web pages only. That means if you go with a SaaS subscription, software as a service, you cannot develop any ADF pages to capture some additional process or specific record related information separately. But if you go with a SaaS model, you cannot do some ADF, the functional related customizations, but still you can do the customizations related to reports. Report customizations you can do it. It doesn't impact the process, right? It's all about how you want to do the see the information which is stored in the database. So report customizations you can do, but functionality customizations you cannot do. But you can still you can integrate the third party applications with your Fusion applications, even if you are going to subscribe SaaS model. and what other subscription is PaaS model. PaaS means platform as a service. Here platform means Oracle will provide the platform which will allow you to do the development. Say in payables applications, you want to add 2 pages, additional pages, so you can do that. Means you can do the ADF pages, you can create new ADF pages which we call as customization. That you can do it. The rest anyway you can do in SaaS also. So the additional advantage if client is going with a PaaS model, if their process is more custom driven process, they cannot go with the SaaS model. They have to go with a PaaS. PaaS allows customization. In the PaaS model, if client want, they can build altogether new application as well as they can deploy within the cloud itself, and that they can run it as a business process. What is the big difference between the SaaS and PaaS? In SaaS, you cannot do the customizations. Since no customizations, whenever Oracle comes with a new release, automatically this environment can be upgraded to latest version. Since no customizations, no challenges for upgrade. If it is going to be PaaS environment, you take in the PaaS subscription from Oracle. Since you have a customizations, you know when you have some customization, when you are upgrading in EBS from older version to latest version, we should do it that activity as a separate project, where we just go with the pre-prod, okay, activities. We'll run the reports and we'll just convert say 11i into release 12 environment. We do the testing and all. Reason, many custom processes, many customizations we have to look after, which customizations are invited by release 12 from 11i version. I'm talking about EBS. So this all we have to do as a part of project. In PaaS, customizations are possible if you have a environment with the customizations with the PaaS option. If you want to upgrade, it is not possible to upgrade automatically. I'm sorry, I could hear some background noise. Please make sure that you are not unmuted, please. Fine. So if you go with a PaaS model, you can do the customization, but you'll have a challenge to upgrade to latest version. If you are running your application as a SaaS subscription, so anytime, just you can intimate to Oracle. Today you can intimate, by tomorrow your environment will get upgraded to latest version. That's how simply they can just upgrade, since complete control will be owned by Oracle. When you go with this cloud computing, the Fusion application, Fusion cloud applications, so we no need to maintain any DBS. DBS will be managed by Oracle only. So we don't require any DBS, only functional team, primarily functional team. If you are going with a PaaS model, you may have a technical team. In case of SaaS, generally you don't see technical team, only for third party integrations or some few report developments, BA reports development. You may require some technical support, but normally we don't see any dedicated technical team will be working in case of SaaS implementations. So between SaaS and PaaS, big difference is here no functional related customizations. Here you can do the functional related customizations. If you want to build new applications, you can do it. But disadvantage with the PaaS is auto upgrades are not possible. The big advantage with the SaaS is auto upgrade is possible. When it comes to IaaS, infrastructure as a service, this is similar to Amazon Web Services. They'll provide the space. Within the space, you can install any applications. Say, for example, there is one client who is managing the different products on 5 servers. They have 5 servers in their organization on premise. In the 5 servers, they are running the 5 different applications. Now they are moving to say Fusion applications. They can take the IaaS subscription from Oracle. When they are taking the IaaS subscription from Oracle, the Fusion applications also they'll be taking here only. Just they'll be the Fusion applications will be part of this IaaS, and they'll have a space which allows them to install third-party applications also within that they can run. So everything will be managed within the one server, that is a virtual server which is offered by Oracle. Along with the finance Oracle applications, they can install third-party applications. They build the integrations within that environment itself. That's how you can deploy new applications, or you can install new products, and you can manage if you go with IaaS. So 99%. Yeah, just one few points. Just let me cover.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah, sure.
So 99% clients you could see in the market, they are going with the SaaS only. The very few clients you can see with the PaaS. IaaS very rare. I never seen from last 3 years. Some client is using IaaS subscription. So most of the clients SaaS. There are few clients which I have seen very big clients who has operations in more than 100 countries. I could see like 2-3 clients who gone with the PaaS model, since they have to customize their business process, the product as per their business process. That is the reason they are on PaaS. Rest of all clients on SaaS. So these are the points we have to understand here. Any questions on the relevant points which we discussed, please?
Yeah. See, I have a question related to IaaS. I think some clients don't want to go for a big bang implementation. They want to maintain their mainframe-based systems, like some manufacturing system. So at that time, can they put the Oracle applications in SaaS or PaaS, and then the mainframe application in IaaS?
Yeah, they can do that. They can do that. SaaS, and they can just go with 3. But if they are going with one product, see, after question, my request is, if you don't mind, please keep on mute. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, they can do that. They can do that. See, now say client is going with Oracle Financials with the SaaS. SCM they may run on the third party application. Similar to that, instead of third party, they may go with the IaaS, which is the cloud offering, cloud solution. They can run. They can different applications on the different environments.
Yeah, but it could be mainframe DB2. Can they still run in IaaS?
Anything.
Okay.
IaaS is a platform where you can install, where you can maintain that operating system, and you can install any product, and you can run those applications. Just Oracle will provide the space. So when you talk about Amazon Web Services, what they do, they'll provide the space. If you have Oracle applications, you can go and install in AWS, and you can run those applications instead of buying the server infrastructure and maintaining the separate server.
Okay, thanks.
Right? That's how it works. So we have many
Laxman,
to talk about this.
Laxman, one question here.
Yeah.
Laxman, the stage here.
Yeah, please.
Laxman?
All these options are applicable only in case of cloud, not in case of on-premises implementation.
Only cloud. On-premise means just on-premise. We'll have a server, install it. That's all.
So these options are not applicable.
These only cloud options. If you go with a cloud subscription, within the cloud, these are the 3 options.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah. On-premise means like EBS. You'll have a server, you will install, and you can start using. No restrictions. You can just use how you require. In case of on-premise, you have to take the license. In case of cloud, subscription. These are the 3 different subscription options available.
So Laxman, one question. How do we figure out, that what the client has, whether he has the SaaS or the PaaS model that he is using on the cloud?
The simple way is, we'll check with the client.
Okay, so they would know that, what they are paying for?
Yeah, we have to just check with the client only. You ask the client, definitely they'll be in the position to answer. Okay. Otherwise, just only the point is you'll get some mail and some. I mean, you will have some information mail from the Oracle, right? That information you may refer to understand it, or else we may speak to the relevant sales team with Oracle. Definitely, they can help us if there is no source where we can take and check to know about that. Versions and all is easily you can go and find it, but in terms of subscription from front end you cannot understand. Only
Right. That's what.
only the difference is there will be provision. In case of PaaS, you will have a provision to go and do the customization. In SaaS,
Right.
and again, say
So,
you are working as finance consultant, you never focus on development side. That is the reason you may not have a clues of going and verifying so whether this provision is available or not. In that aspect, easily we cannot find out whether that is SaaS or PaaS until unless we go and ask someone.
And okay, one more question. So earlier you said that the cloud application can be run on premise also, right? It's not necessary
No,
that.
one second. Not cloud applications we can run on premise. If you are going to
We
run
cannot.
applications on premise, that we never call as cloud. Cloud is the one which is offered by cloud computing company where the servers are virtual and which resides in the internet.
So all this Oracle Fusion applications, they cannot be installed on premise. They have to be on the cloud, right?
No. You can install on premise also. Oracle is offering on premise. In that case, you have to take the license where it will be costing bit high compared to cloud. Cloud you are
Okay.
taking license, just subscription, user based.
Right. So let's say if we are running, this is just a theory, right? We are running the cloud applications on premise, not hosted by Oracle. We are running on clients at the company server.
1 second.
So
1 second. You cannot run cloud applications on premise. If you run on premise, you should not call it as cloud. That is the point here. What do you mean by cloud? If you are accessing the applications other than on premise, that only cloud. Any application. That's it.
So in short, this application is either in cloud or on premise. Here we are talking about in cloud. The Fusion application can be on premise as well, like as Laxman is saying, but it is not the same as the application on cloud.
So that's what my question was. That Fusion application, could they be hosted? Could they be managed by the on premise, or they have to be on cloud offered by Amazon or Oracle? That's what my question was.
1 second. I'll come to that point. See, when you talk about Fusion applications, you want to manage that applications. In that case, don't go with the Oracle cloud. You want to manage that application. You want to install and you want to have a technical team and you want to manage the complete product, not only just using. Okay, so in that case, take license for the product. After taking the license, wherever you want to install, you can install over there. You can install in your on-premise server. Then you should not call it as cloud. You can take the license for the product. Instead of buying the server, you can install Fusion applications on Amazon Web Services. If that is a scenario, you can say the Fusion applications you are deployed in the Amazon Web Services, that you can treat as cloud now. But the cloud service not from Oracle, from Amazon. Okay. Otherwise, directly take subscription from Oracle and you no need to go and install anywhere. Access and you can use it. That's all.
Laxman, this is
Laxman.
Yeah, please.
Sorry. Laxman, this
have
is
one question.
Here. Sorry, go ahead, Satish.
Okay, yeah, Srini, thanks. So, Laxman, as we discussed, definitely, so these are the 3 subscription models. And as you said, in most of the clients you have seen are like, obviously, definitely they opt for SaaS. So just was trying to understand that the major reason, I mean, because you might have seen this working with different clients, the major reason why they go for SaaS is due to the cost effectiveness, or is because because it is very easy to use and auto upgrade is possible. I was trying to understand if both are subscriptions, why do clients prefer SaaS than PaaS? Because PaaS may allow them to do some customizations, but SaaS doesn't. Because of the cost difference? Because I think I understand that PaaS is more costly than SaaS, or is it due to the only reason is a auto upgrade?
Yes. PaaS is costly than SaaS, no doubt. And the reason why they are opting SaaS, the first point is nowadays you could see most of the clients who are using this, the cloud Fusion cloud applications are small and medium sized clients. When you talk about small and medium sized clients, think you cannot expect uh, very much complex business process, since their business itself small and medium, that falls under small and medium sized clients businesses. So our application definitely will meet their requirement. So mostly there won't be any requirement of customizing the application. So whatever Oracle offering, that can be done through standard application. If something is not meeting, that can be managed with some workaround or some other way. And as a consultant or a consulting company, we may just tell them like, now this is a version running, in the upcoming versions you may get it. This is what Oracle planned, and these are things also you can manage in upcoming versions. Somehow that can be accessed by a client, definitely they'll go with the SaaS. The very first reason is, as I said, small and medium sized clients only opting for SaaS. Now most of the clients who are using is small and medium. If some big client is going with Fusion Cloud, they are opting PaaS. Why they are choosing SaaS? It's easy upgrade. Easily they can upgrade, so that the new functionalities what Oracle is going to release with the latest version, they can just take the advantage from that new features if they require as per their business process.
Yeah, then you don't.
Okay.
Then
so
you don't need a developer DB analyst for SaaS, then, right?
Sorry.
You don't need a developer DBA and analyst for SaaS if they are using out of box, right?
SaaS, if the client is using SaaS, first of all, DBA is not required.
Right.
When you talk about developer, for ADF pages, functionality development, no scope, so not required. You may require technical person to develop BA reports. In Fusion now, BA reports. Okay, completely BA reports you can use. If you want to develop any BA reports, for that you may require technical resource who can develop the BA reports. Apart from that, if there is some need of integrating third party applications with the Fusion Financials or SCM, in that case we need technical consultant who is expertised on SOA, service oriented architecture. Okay, we need SOA consultant, not our EBS consultant. Okay, so a consultant we required, so they can do it. In the normally what happening in the market is, if some company is working for say 4 or 5 clients, say 4 clients, 4 cloud implementation, if they are doing, they are just managing the 3 or 4 implementation with one technical resource, because the technical resource no need to work dedicatedly on any one of the project. Primarily the conversions are no more as a technical job, those can be handled by functional people. Rest of customizations may be report. So nowadays the people just who are migrating from technical to functional, they can work as a functional consultant as well as report. If developing the reports is not a big task for them if they know the SQL and PL SQL. So that's the reason they are taking that part also into their account. So there is no separate technical work is left for technical consultants. Primarily we may require technical consultant to work on only integration part, who is expertised on the SOA.
So Lakshman, yeah, I understood, and thanks for the explanation. So basically, the scope for, I mean, even if a techno-functional or a technical consultant is more on the PaaS subscription, I mean, you get more liberty there. So
correct,
there's more scope for that. And second question is, I mean, as you said, like as we discussed, that SaaS is the much used subscription, because most of the clients like small and mid-size, like even if like I'm just talking about a scenario like if I am working for a small and mid-sized company, and if they have a lot of customizations, the best practice would be to go on SaaS and change all their, make their process more standardized, or they should go for with PaaS. Is there a very huge difference in the price, or is it manageable? Because I have.
You don't see huge difference. You don't see huge difference. See, when you go with that a small and medium sized clients, definitely the SaaS will meet their requirements. And of course, if their process is totally different, we cannot redesign their process. Re-engineering we cannot do for them. They don't accept. Definitely will be, even that is a client size is smaller, mid size. We'll just suggest to go with a PaaS only. Okay, we suggest to go with a PaaS even client is mid-size client, because their business process demands.
Okay. Yeah, because I have faced this scenario, in our company that,
Yes.
and we have still, whatever information we have got is that we are opting for a SaaS subscription, but we have seen that we have a lot of customizations, and when we talk to the vendor or who will be providing or who will be implementing Fusion, generally the recommendations we get is like, try to standardize the process. There will be very less customizations, and we'll try to remove all the. So that may impact our business, right? If we are removing any customization, if the process can't work, rather than that, can we, if there is a, until unless there is a huge cost difference, obviously the company will go for SaaS, but if it is not, then we can opt for PaaS, right?
No, you don't see huge difference. Okay, that as you just mentioned, it's a manageable.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yes, Srini.
Rakesh.
Is it?
Sorry, Laxman. This is Srini here.
Srini, please.
Very quick question. If you don't know, you need not to answer this question.
Yeah, please.
For the SaaS subscription, the way of charging from Oracle, is it based on the number of transactions or the database size or number of users? How do you have any idea how they are going to charge?
Yes. The subscription, first point is which applications you are subscribing. That is the first point. And for how many users you are taking the subscription. For few applications, they cannot give you specific few applications with a less number of users. There is some condition. If you are going with this application, these are the minimum users you require. These are the minimum users. These many users you have to take the subscription. The application as well as user based subscription we option is available for cloud.
Oh, it's not based on the size of the database. Okay.
Not size of the database.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's all.
Because they can have a electrical calculation based on the users, how the size goes generally, right? And applications and number of users, they can estimate that. If there is a huge difference between their analysis and reality, there could be some additional talks on that.
Of course, there are a lot of negotiations to
Yes.
along with it. Okay, thanks, dear.
Yeah, thanks.
Laxman, once we opt initially SaaS,
Okay.
is it not possible to convert into PaaS based on the requirement?
Possible. Just they'll give the provision of doing the customizations, and that you can treat as a PaaS model. That's all. But if you are on the PaaS, it's not easy to roll back to SaaS.
But when we are in PaaS model, Laxman, when we are in PaaS model, is that instance dedicated to that specific customer because of the
Yes.
ability to customize?
No, the point is very simple. When we do the EBS implementations, what we do is based on the phase of the project need, we ask our DBA to create the instance, right? And one server or DBA can create test environment, development environment, or you may ask them to create as a CRP instance, U8 instance, or some XYZ instance. In the same way, Oracle can create multiple instances on their by using their server. Multiple virtual instances they can create, and they can just map to their client. In Fusion, the instance we call as a pod, POD, pod.
Okay.
dedicated pods only we get. And we'll have a separate URL for each and every pod. However, we can have a separate URL to each instance. Even all instances might be residing in the same server in EBS. The same way.
Laxman, this is Pritham here.
Yep.
When you say that in SaaS model you can't do any customization, does that mean you can't create even a single table?
Yes, you cannot do anything. You can do only report related customizations. You cannot do anything.
So no concurrent program, nothing.
No, you cannot do that. You cannot do that.
Okay.
Laxman, adding to that question, what he said. So in current EBS, right, we can able to create our own custom tables and register it, right, and we can do so many things, custom things. So
Yep.
similarly, in PaaS environment, can't we use that kind of a?
You can do that. In PaaS, you can see you are going to develop one functionality where that information should be stored. You can create custom schema, you can create the custom tables, and you can map the table with that ADF page to store the data. What you could do for the customizations in EBS that you can execute in PaaS model in cloud. Possible. That is a platform they provide. Here platform means that only what we are talking, like doing all those things. They'll give you a platform where you can perform all those activities. Okay.
And then, yeah, one more question. In PaaS model, who maintains the database? Is it Oracle or?
All the models Oracle only. Complete, not only database, complete product, database, applications, database, everything will be managed by Oracle only.
But in PaaS model, only the development side will be done by developer. I mean.
Yeah, they'll give you access to that platform where you can do the development, but everything will be managed by Oracle only. But the deployment and all you can do. Database they'll maintain. They'll allow you to write, create some custom schemas and tables. Those you can perform. But the overall product will be managed by Oracle only.
Okay, so application server, database server, those are all managed by Oracle.
Yeah. In EBS we have Apache server and all these, right, for applications and database separate server. In the same way now, those are no more. Here WebLogic server and all Oracle is using, which is the best fit for this cloud computing approach. So they are using the different servers in cloud now.
So Lakshman, so in PaaS only one last question from my side. So in PaaS, like we'll have more visibility or more access to the at least the database tables. Like you said in SaaS, we just get a tool. I think you talked about some reporting query where we can write the query and fetch the data. But in PaaS, we can even update the data in the database tables. That amount of access we get.
So in the PaaS model.
Like,
the PaaS model, when you do the development and to test that development, the object which you are developing, we have a separate tools, but not same as say something Toad or some other tools. So that's
right, but we get the access. Like
yes.
I mean, I'm just comparing the database access difference between SaaS and PaaS. Can we update, like suppose we have some data corruption and if we want to update some data, can we do it in PaaS?
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, you got some data correction, you mean to say?
Right. If we have something like some data which we
yeah,
anything like just for example, if any invoice data we need to change some attribute or something, but if we need to directly update that in like we do it in EBS, like even if in test instance or something, or sometimes if there is something which we really need to do or to apply a fix to the data.
If that sort of issue is related to your custom functionality, you can do it. Other than that, the standard functionality case, definitely we have to keep in touch with the cloud team.
Okay, I mean you're saying that even if it is a standard table issue, then if we have such a request, we need to raise some SR or something to get it corrected.
Cloud team, yes.
Okay, Oracle. Okay, thanks.
If Laxman, yes, we can do that.
One question, Laxman. So IaaS,
Your voice is a little echoing. Any possibility the speaker distance or something?
okay, how about now? Is it clear?
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
So in the IaaS service, right, IaaS model,
IR. We call it as IR.
basically they give us the server and the space, and we still have to take the license and get the Fusion app installed, right?
Yeah. The server you can mute from your end. Don't mind. I'll go with that.
Yes.
Please don't mind like every time I'm just putting this request. Don't take another way. Only just to avoid the background noise. Fine. So in case of IaaS, say you are not taking the license to server. You are taking the subscription to server. Okay, and you may take the subscription for application also, or else you may take the license for the application that you can install in this environment. Just only you will be using the infrastructure from Oracle. Rest you can install and you can manage. Two options are available. So in IaaS case,
So,
take the
so
server
they do. So
subscription.
they do give us an option to manage ourselves. I thought that we
Yeah,
have to buy a managed service to manage.
yeah. In that case, you have to take license. If you want to manage, you take the license. If you take the license, it's not mandatory you have to deploy in Oracle IaaS itself. You can go with Amazon IaaS model also. You need just one cloud
Okay.
space, that's all. The cloud space you can use to install your licensed application in Oracle Cloud or Amazon Cloud or XYZ Cloud. That's it.
A question about Oracle support. Is it same in Fusion as well as like EBS? I mean, EBS we are familiar, but will it be same in Fusion,
Same.
or do you need like?
See, when you go to global support, like the Metalink or support website, like we'll just choose that the client and the customer related information. Accordingly, you can choose that application. So now, when you working on cloud application, cloud project, definitely the client will be mapped with the respective product only. Will be just specifying which product, which application related issue or query that you will be selecting cloud, then automatically that would be routed to cloud team. There is no separate process to rise SR for cloud. So depending on that parameters which you select and when you rise the SR, that automatically will route to cloud team.
Okay, thanks. And another question is regarding the trend for IaaS for big companies. Are big companies implementing Fusion, or is it just small and medium? Are the big companies waiting, or are some big companies still implementing maybe through PaaS?
I just come across 2 to 3 companies who are using the PaaS. I never seen somebody is using as IaaS. Okay, most of the clients are using SaaS. Few clients SaaS, PaaS, and I'm not sure who is using IaaS.
I mean, are these big companies?
Big companies can go with the PaaS. PaaS is enough. PaaS is enough. But
so are they doing? Is there the trend? Are they doing? Are the big companies implementing Fusion PaaS?
PaaS, yes, big companies. I could see 2 clients where they have operations around 100 countries.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Laxman, a very quick question.
Please.
So you said in the SaaS model, we cannot do any customizations, right?
No, any not. ADF, functionality related customizations you cannot do, and you can do the basic personalizations you can do, and you can do the report customizations you can do, and you can build inbound and outbound integrations also. You can build with third party applications by using the web services or inbuilt connectors, which comes under SOA.
Okay, let's say during the implementation, if we are come up with some gaps, so is there a possibility whether that model allows us to do at least minimum customizations, or it not at all allow any kind of customizations like PDF or something?
SaaS model you are talking
SaaS model. SaaS model.
Which customization? When you say customization, there are different objects, right?
Process customizations, like a process in the sense. So usually in R12, we do create some concurrent programs to.
No. See, which you deal with the coding. Okay.
Yeah, coding.
Which you deal with the coding, those you cannot do.
Lakshman, adding to his point, the data conversions we do, right? All the data conversions for financials or whatever. So, in the current approach, how are we going to do the data conversions? Like loading the data into respective interface tables.
Yes.
So, can we have you the same kind of methodology in Fusion also, or
No.
who is going to take care of? Like, let me. I have one more question. I can probably complete the answer. I'm going to put it in mute.
Sure.
So who is going to take care of it? Is it the technical person? What I heard is like technical role is not at all needed.
I'm ready to answer.
SaaS
I got your question. I'm sorry for stopping you. So I got your question. See, when you talk about data conversions in Fusion, it's very simple now. Who will be handling? The functional consultant can handle. How those can be executed? Just in case of EBS, we prepare the templates, or you may use some other project templates, and you can just modify and all. You can keep ready. You can share with the client. Now in the Fusion, templates are Oracle is providing the predefined and validated templates. Oracle is providing. Just we have to collect the data and you have to convert into CSV, and you have to load that file directly into interface. From there you can import. Say you want to just you want to import 10 suppliers. Within 5 minutes you can complete it. So master data as well as transactional data, no technical effort is required. Those can be executed by function resource. In our classes, we are going to execute all. Supplier conversion will do end-to-end process. Customers, open payables, open invoices, receivables, transactions, assets, GL journals, all we are going to execute, and we'll see the results also.
But somewhere there will be some kind of an issue, right? Being a technical consultant, we do the validations, pre and post validations, and then we migrate the data. But in Fusion model, how can we rely on the CSV file, because it will not be cleansed, and let's assume that it's not a golden file. So in what way, with the use of the template, we can ensure that the data will import successfully into so Fusion will take care of it.
Yes. See, the data which you are inputting in that Oracle, the templates we call as FBDI, file based data import, that we can get from Oracle. Say you got a template from Oracle to supplier import. You will be inputting all the suppliers data and you will convert it to CSV. Once you convert into CSV, okay, there is no validation. That will be loading into interface table. Otherwise, we have other approach called as UCM, Universal Content Management. When you place the file in the UCM, also no validation. When the file data goes and hit interface, then validation will come into the picture. Certain validations, what validation need to be passed when data is reach interface tables. So once this file will go and hit the records which has some issue, system will generate the report. The process will generate the reports, and you have to go and correct, and you have to resubmit it. Say you submitted data to interface, the validated data you submitted to interface after correcting issues and all. Now you are trying to import into base tables. When you do this activity, it's quite common, same as EBS. If any issues, it will just throw some error message and all. Here they given the access where you can access to interface through spreadsheet. Within the spreadsheet, whatever the data is errored out, you can correct and you can resubmit. That's how they given the process. We can discuss on this more when we are working on that process. Okay. So now just we are working on these just introduction related points. So we will be executing any sort of question you have. Definitely, I'll be able to answer.
So
Laxman, this is
Laxman, one question here. It's related to the last question, right?
Yeah.
So since you have, I think among all of us, you are the only one who has worked on client side on Fusion. I may be wrong, but that's what my feeling is. After this session. So are the clients converting their EBS data to Fusion? For example, we are talking about orders or invoices and customers and suppliers, their sites, addresses, whatnot, right? The whole EBS data that we have, which is required to make the transactions work. Are they taking that entire data set to Fusion application, or
no?
Like what is the approach?
Now see, the two options available. You can mute from your. please.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah. So if you want to bring any data into Fusion applications, that other from which application you are bringing the data, definitely that application should treat as a third party application. Luckily, if that application is already owned by Oracle, what Oracle it is, they have a solution called as a coexistence, where they provide one patch. The patch you can install in that your source system, that will build a integration between the EBS and the Fusion. That's how automatically data will sync from the EBS to Fusion. So like that, we have a few solutions which Oracle is offering from Oracle other product to Fusion applications. If you want to move the data, that sort of solution they given, but it's not applicable for most of the data related processes. Say for example, you have a journals data in GL. The data automatically you can bring into Fusion environment, where you can use the capability of the report generation by using the Hyperion, which you call as FHRCS, Financial Reporting Hub Cloud Services. So whatever the data you have in GL as a journal data, which is source of GL or subledger applications, all you can sync with the Fusion Cloud to utilize the reporting called as Hyperion reporting, which is a part of Fusion now. So this is some sort of data you can bring into that, and for most of the data, like you cannot do that. It has to be done as a third party application. What approach we can follow, that you can follow. For that, two options are available. One is manual process, other one is by using the web services, or say simply SOA, service oriented architecture. Within that we have a different options for technical people. By using that, you can automate that process. Okay, it's all about building online interface. Okay, online interface, it's like batch process and all. You can do that.
Lakshman, as you said, the thing about coexistence, like
Yeah.
I'm just bringing this point because we were discussing with the client, and what we heard is they said that only a few data, like I don't recollect
No,
correctly, but they said only a very less data will be there once we migrate to Fusion.
no,
All historical data will not maintain. Does it involve cost
no.
to
See,
use?
when you talk about coexistence for finance, we have only one solution, that is just journals data you can pull from EBS to Fusion to use that IP and financial reporting. Apart from that, for financials, there is no coexistence solution so far from Oracle. That's it.
So basically, we can't maintain historical data when we go to. We can't have historical data. Or we have to buy some other service or pay extra cost to get all the data we have in EBS available once we go to Fusion.
That you have to, as of now, you have to do as a conversion activity only.
Okay, there is no, like I heard about like database as a service or something cloud. Some sort of extra database
So,
service which
so far, no.
no.
It may come in the future.
Okay.
Okay, not sure. So far, no.
Okay, but if we have to, if we need all the data, historical data, we need to convert it. That's the only option.
Yes, exactly. Or else, for some time, you may maintain the data in the same database. Okay, that's client can plan how what suits for them.
Okay,
Hey,
thanks.
Yeah.
Lakshman, this is what I understood. Like, if you're moving from EBS to cloud,
Hmm.
you can convert the data like suppliers, transactions, etc. using FBDI.
Correct.
So that appears to be like one straightforward solution.
That's it.
Is there a simpler solution which Oracle has pre-built? It
No.
appears no, but I just wanted to ask,
No,
like,
no.
where they will automatically convert and make those files available for you.
No. Only this
Okay.
has to be done as a re-implementation. Say client is
Oh, okay.
as a EBS, they want to move to Fusion. They have to go with re-implementation. Say why they want to go with the Fusion. So same EBS functionality more or less we have in the same Fusion function. EBS solution only they take it into Fusion. What we don't have in EBS very primarily, and which is required for a client, which we don't have in the EBS, is reporting. Okay, Hyperion reporting we don't have in EBS. If they need any client, they have to take separate subscription, separate license. They can use Hyperion reporting in EBS, but that is available as a part of Fusion. If their focus is on reporting, and for reporting purpose only they want to move to Fusion applications, they no need to go with the complete re-implementation. they can retain the current implementation what they did in the EBS application. For reporting solution, they can take the license, they can take the subscription from Oracle, which we call as FHRCS. Okay, financial fusion accounting hub, reporting cloud services. So this will help them to pull the data from EBS to EBS DL data to Fusion FHRCS. There they can prepare the reports. That's it.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank
So, Laxman, I have a question.
you. Please.
Whenever, hello?
Yeah, please go ahead, Pradeep.
Yeah, I have a question here. So the question is the chart of accounts is different. In my old system and the cloud it is different. So what will happen in that case?
No, see, in which scenario it's different. Which scenario you are referring?
No, actually, I basically in my when I'm moving to cloud, my chart of account.
Got your question. Just see, you want to move from EBS to Fusion, right?
Exactly.
In that case, you are not going to have any online transfer and all. Say you have a 6 segments in EBS, okay,
Exactly.
and you want to have a 7, 8 segments in cloud. Say you want to have
Exactly.
one more additional segment, one more buffer segments. Now what we have to do is we have to create those in the Fusion. You cannot move from EBS to Fusion. No upgrade possible. Only re-implement.
Oh, yeah.
Re-implementation means everything you have to start doing again. That's all.
Oh. Okay, I got your answer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I think a lot of people here have have a question about footprint. I think the footprint for EBS from R12 is upgrade to 12.2, and it's not towards Fusion. I think Fusion always we require implementation Fusion and cloud.
Yeah, see.
Am I right?
Yeah, see, the other point is now slowly just Oracle bringing that EBS also on middleware, because when you talk about Fusion, when in EBS we have a application layer and database, and in Fusion in between we have a middleware also. So slowly just they are building the middleware for EBS also. If you could see in the latest version, say 12.5 or 12.6, these versions you can see middleware component also they introduced for EBS itself. Okay.
Yes, I think few years down the line they will give a solution to migrate.
That could be roadmap.
What is the middleware for EBS? I didn't understand. What is the purpose?
The middleware. See, if you want to move the data and the total complete. See, in Fusion, the things security and every security application process, everything will run on the middleware. So that we don't have in EBS. If you want to move the data from, if you want to upgrade the data from EBS to Fusion, the data should sync the complete logic and the architecture of applications and all, right? That is the reason now it's they introduced the middleware component in the Fusion also. Maybe the plan could be they'll provide the solution which allows businesses to upgrade from EBS to Fusion Cloud in future. Just I'm referring that point which we would notice in EBS case now.
But 12.2 version you have the middleware, right?
Sorry?
EBS 12.2 onwards. It does have the middleware.
I'm talking about that one. The previous 12.1.3 or 12.
Yeah, that didn't have.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I missed that. Sorry.
Hey, Laxman.
Yeah.
So about the reporting, today we have OBIE and all. What is the reporting tool with Oracle Fusion?
Oracle Fusion, primarily 3 reporting tools we have for all the applications. For all applications, BI, I'm sorry, I'm getting noise. After question, my request is immediately you can go on mute, please. Okay. The common tools for reporting for all the applications is BI. BI Publisher, BIP you can call. And other tool is OTBI, Oracle Transaction Business Intelligence. These 2 reporting tools are applicable for all any application, and only for GL they replaced FSG with Hyperion reporting Hyperion reporting, Hyperion financial reporting. Normally you can call as FRS, Financial Reporting Studio, or simply you can call as Hyperion Financial Reporting. So Hyperion also Oracle acquired. From that HFR they taken Hyperion Financial Reporting, which is one of the reporting tool which is available as a part of Hyperion product, that they taken as a part of GL. They replaced it with EBS FSG. Now EBS, whatever you see as FSG, that you don't see in the Fusion. In that place you could see Hyperion Financial Reporting, which is a very just it's a very wonderful, powerful tool where just you can prepare all the reports on the fly, and it's everything drag and drop. Anyway, we'll go through in our sessions.
So you said FRS, financial reporting. What is S or
Studio?
Studio. Okay. And what is OTBI? Is Oracle Transaction Business Intelligence?
For analysis, data analysis, online data analysis purpose. Normally we use it. Those are from the family of I mean Oracle Business Intelligence, OBIE, Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition, right?
So OBIE is not going to work anymore with
see,
Oracle.
the server what Oracle is using here is OBIE only, but on that one of the flavor is OTBI.
So Laxman, are we going to get a demo on the OTBI and the Hyperion Financial Reporting Studio? Just out of curiosity, I'm asking.
Demo not, we'll have a session on that. Yep, yes,
Okay.
mention demo. Yeah. We'll have a session on that. We'll have a session how to prepare the reports in by using the OTBI and analysis. How to prepare the simple BI. BI more into technical, but if you want to understand how to write the query in Fusion applications, we should touch BIP.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, we'll do that. And as a part of GL, definitely we should go through that HFR or say Financial Reporting Studio, FRS. So how to just prepare any report that we should understand. We'll have a sessions on that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Laxman, has Oracle declared their strategy on if they are going to be maintaining like two families for EBS and Fusion going forward, or are they going to discontinue something? I don't know. Have they said anything?
As they announced, they are going to continue with continue this EBS up to 2030. Again, there could be some amendments to that to extend support after that time also. As of now, what we could hear, what they announced is up to 2030 they are going to support EBS, because EBS got more market, right? All clients are the EBS one.
Yeah,
so
makes sense. So there will be future upgrades like I don't know, 12, 13, 14
yeah, they should
for EBS.
plan.
Okay.
They should provide the solution for that. Then only most of the clients easily can move.
Right.
Laxman, Laxman, just wanted to add a little bit to the previous question about the SOA.
Yeah.
For example, US Air Force is on 11i. Still they are using SOA architecture for their interfaces and conversions.
One point is that technology. One second. That is a technology which can be used for any application.
Exactly. Yes.
You're right. So that is there as a part of our Fusion. That is I am referring. Fine. Any other questions? Fine. Just I have it 2 more slides. We'll just walk through. If you don't mind, like, see, I have it 2 more slides. Just I'll walk through that so that we can reach the point where we can wind up the session for today. Still, if somebody is interested to talk about the today's session, any questions and all will continue. Rest of people may drop from the meeting and we'll connect tomorrow. Just give me 2 minutes time. I'll walk through 2 slides. If you have any questions, we can discuss, or else we can wind up. I'll take all the questions. We'll discuss, please. 2 minutes. My request is just give me 2 minutes. I'll walk through these 2 slides so that we can complete the course of discussion related to cloud computing. Fine. These are the 3 options available: SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. Hope it's clear to everyone. Still, any questions? Definitely we'll discuss after these 2 slides. So this is a very summarized 3 subscriptions here. SaaS. In case of SaaS, the client will consume the application. Just they'll use it. So there will be applications, middleware, or say call it as operating system, or servers. This all will be part of that, but we won't be having control on anything. Only we can use these applications which will be running on the operating system, which will be residing in the specific server. When you talk about PaaS model, platform as a service. So the middleware and the servers, everything will be managed by client, but applications you will be provisioned to do the customization. That means you the additional benefit is along with the consuming, you can build. Okay, you can build. In case of PaaS, you'll have a provision of building the new applications or new functionality. When you go with IaaS, so you'll just hosting service only you'll get from Oracle. The operating system you can choose, you can install, and you can deploy the application. You can install any applications and you can use. But when you talk about Oracle, this is a very uh, very general normal screen which talks about any cloud computing company. Again, here choosing this middleware operating system can be given to the client, or that will be decided by only cloud computing, that can be differ from one to other cloud vendors. But this is a very high level summarized information to understand. In case of SaaS, we can use we can have a subscription you can use. You cannot have any control on this. But in case of PaaS, along with the usage, you can have a provision to build the applications. In case of IaaS, just you are taking the hosting, the applications you can install and you can use, and you can choose the middleware or say operating system. That totally depends on from which cloud vendor you are taking. If you look at the slide which is exclusively for Oracle Fusion application, this is a slide. When you talk about any subscription, SaaS, as a part of SaaS subscription, will have everything in this, where the applications and complete stuff will be running. We'll have application, security, database, operating system, virtualization, server, storage, network, data center. All will be managed by Oracle only. You cannot touch anything other than using the application. If you go with a PaaS, all will be managed by Oracle, but application they'll give you the provision where you can manage. That means you can customize and you can play with that. If you go with the SaaS, IaaS, all will be managed by Oracle. These areas of access you can have in case of IaaS. You can have a like you can manage your application, the security, because you just take in the hosting service. Security also you can manage. Database, everything you can install which database you require, Oracle database or MySQL or etc etc. You can install. It's a completely just hosting service. If you can go with IaaS with the Fusion applications also in that case. So these things Oracle will have some sort of control. If that is the case, if you want to have your own control, you can buy the license and you can install. Then it will be completely third party application, and you can manage on your own by treating this as your own on-premise kind of stuff, but you'll get an advantage of cloud. So this is a slide which talks about more detail level. Any questions on this slide, please? If no questions, we're done with the session. If you don't have any questions, you may drop from the meeting. We're done with the today's session. If you have any questions, you may stay back and we can continue. And after completing the session, I will be sharing this video with everyone. Even if you drop from the meeting now, you'll be getting this video. You can play and you can go through it. Any questions from anyone, please?
I have a question. It's maybe slightly different.
No.
So, in case of PaaS,
yeah,
Laxman, does Oracle provide tools like, for example, Toad or SQL developer to manipulate the data?
No. Only application development we have some specific tools. Okay, those you can just use for developing the application. But data point of view, no. Toad and all you cannot connect in PaaS.
Yeah, but what does Oracle provide? Some of their own tools to manipulate? I don't know.
No. They are giving the some web page itself. Within that is kind of tool environment. It's not exactly tool. That's how they built a framework where you can just write the queries and it will fetch the data and it will display how tools will help us. That similar environment you can see within the application environment.
Okay.
So, Laxman, so when we say managed by us, the applications, just I was trying to understand the scope, like only so as this in the PaaS in this slide it shows that only the applications will be managed by us. That means only the new ADF pages development, or can we customize a complete functionality also? I mean, behind it, like only the the ADF pages and like we used to create new forms in EBS. Only the ADF pages we can develop.
Only
that is the only meaning by managed by you, or
correct.
Can we create a custom OM process or custom AR process?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Complete access, you will get it. You can play with the application. You want to do some changes existing, or else you want to just create new, or you want to
No,
application.
yeah, I mean, I am trying to understand from the point of view, like suppose, I'm just,
See, it's very
I'm
simple.
just quoting one example. I'm just.
One second, let me give you a simple example. What you could do in EBS on premise that you can do with the application related task. It's very simple.
Oh, okay. Okay. So like creating a new interface also for a new client or something like that also.
You can do that. You can do that.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Fine. Any other questions here, please?
Laxman, I have a question. So when you provide access to us for 3 months access, right? The 3 months access is only the front end access, or the database access also we'll
You'll
be
get
getting it.
database access also. You'll get database access.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay,
Laxman.
before okay, sorry. Before I want to say bye, just a quick request from my side is,
yeah, please.
You are sending the meeting, the request invitation.
Correct.
Just 9:30. Can you send 10-15 minutes before,
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that tomorrow.
I have to take the permission from my, every time when I log into the GoTo meeting, I need to call my security, take some code and access
Yeah.
a lot of things.
I got you. Like I'll be sending minimum 10 minutes before. I'll do that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Have a good day. Bye. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Any other questions, please?
Hey, Laxman, just a general question. I mean, if it's just a silly question, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. I was just interested in knowing what kind of cost is involved for like a small company, small to medium with 10-15 users to implement SaaS model.
I'll if you want that information, just you may send me test mail, so I'll revert to you that with a relevant link where you can see the costing.
No, just general, like it's in like 100,000 a month or like 1 million. I just want to get a feel.
Again,
nothing more than that.
See, it's not a straight point where we can just see the users. Again, which applications, right?
Say finance and SCM. Just let's say 2 examples. I mean, just get a feel. So you can tell the client that this is how they can deal with it. So, just in case they asked.
No. See,
what kind of cost is it?
I have exact figures. That I think that would be the best information. I'll just after this session. Just my request is just send me test mail on the same. You received meeting link, right? To the same.
Right.
You reply by saying that you need that price list, or else you can Google. You can find out easily. But just send me test mail. I'll revert to that. I have that information.
Okay, no problem.
So that
Thank
you
you.
can see the exact figures. Now even I have to exact whatever the number you are asking. I don't have any ready-made information. Frankly speaking, I have to start analyzing. It may goes. So
okay.
Different way, right? That's fine. Yeah.
Sure. Thanks.
Fine. Thank you. So any other questions, please?
And the mail should be email ID is erp.com@gmail.com, right?
ERPTREE.com@gmail.com.
Yeah. Right.
Yes. You received me the same ID.
Yeah.
So Lakshman, we get this video today, like the audio clip today or tomorrow?
You'll get within half an hour. Okay, within 30 minutes you can expect this video into your inbox. Okay, within 30 minutes.
Yeah, and Lakshman, if nobody has any questions, I have slightly personal question on how to make this experience even more effective. I don't know. I want to give others opportunity to complete their questions before that.
Okay. Yeah, Laxman, I have one.
We can go with that.
Yeah, Laxman, I have one question. You said that in PaaS offering the application scope and on-premise the application scope will be almost similar, right? I mean, so why I'm asking this question is currently we are using business suite and we don't have any API to create transaction types. For each operating unit, we used to load 150 to 200 transaction types, and that we do direct insert to RX, TRX types of. So can we do that in PaaS offering direct insert?
So in PaaS, you want to just use the API.
No API. Direct insert into RX TRX types all.
No, direct insert means how, just from where you are bringing the data, like.
Yeah, data we have. So what is the use is whenever we implement a new operating unit in
Okay.
EBS,
Okay.
we load all the 200 transaction types.
Okay.
So instead of loading through data loader, we
Okay.
use
Okay,
it
yeah.
direct.
Here, see, in our application, we have a rapid implementation spreadsheets. So you can put all the data into that sheet, and in one go you can load into the application. That option is available.
Okay, that we can do, but just for information sake, can we do direct insert in PaaS model?
Really, I didn't understand. Direct insert means where we have data. Say you created business operating unit in EBS. Okay, after creating, what you want to do? You have.
I just want to do direct insert in RX TRX types all. How I did it in EBS.
So Laxman, what he's asking, he want to execute a DML statement, like a direct insert into the base table, like how in the EBS it's allowed.
Right.
So okay. So I think that is not possible. I guess just I'm not sure. I tried on that aspect. So we didn't see that. But when there is some need of loading the bulk data for this transaction types, we use the rapid implementation sheets. This we have to validate once.
Okay, in that case, the data fixes also, that will be also a problem, I think.
Yeah, that's what we have to contact Oracle only in that case. Data fixes.
Okay. But I don't think on-premise solution will have this restriction.
On-premise, that's what we discussed. On-premise will have a full privileges. Here, since cloud, there will be restrictions, and based on the subscription, you'll have some additional privileges. That's it. It's not 100% equal. Like it's not 100% equal. You go with any subscription, you cannot have your own team. First of all, you have to depend on Oracle. Even see, you go with any solution, you cannot install your own printer also. In EBS we install, our DBA we can install the printer, and that's how you can connect and you can print. But in case of cloud, go with the SaaS or PaaS or anything, the print installation and everything should be done by Oracle DBA team. There are many cases where we have to depend on Oracle Cloud team.
Okay, so it's not same as e-business suite on-premise.
Yes.
It's not similar.
Yeah, I don't think we have the option, we have the privilege of doing those insert options anymore in Fusion. I think we have to go through on demand or something.
So,
Hey, Laxman, I have a very quick question.
Yeah, please.
So, let's say currently we have EBS R12.
Okay.
We have transactions from OM to receivables.
Okay.
So it will go through interface, right?
Correct.
So we have some custom programs to modify the accounting in the interface.
Okay.
So now my question is, in the SaaS model, can we still continue that, or it not at all allow us to do any modifications even in the interface?
No, if you are going to use this Fusion application for your receivables and OM, you want to do that, right?
Yes.
That you cannot do within this application itself. You cannot do that.
In the SaaS model.
Yes, these are even totally like within the same suite of cloud application, right? So you cannot do that. If you are bringing that orders data from other application, you can do it. But in Fusion, if you are going to use the Fusion applications, they introduced the DOO, distributed order orchestration. There you can set up n number of rules how the order data can inflow and outflow. So you don't need to write in the interface level for some changes that you can do at source application level. That is nothing but do, which we use as a part of order management. There you can find those all just rules, conditions. It's a very advanced. I mean,
yeah, I heard that. And also we do use Demantra, and we have some customizations to interface some transactions from Demantra to receivables, like some should go through as a write-off, some should go through as a credit memo, some should go through as a chargebacks. So I think this is not feasible in a SaaS model, right?
No, no, no. In any model, you can use that. It's all about you want to bring the data from dmantra or for any third-party application. It's all about building the interface that you can do by using the SOA. You can
Okay.
have a
Okay.
third-party integration possible.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
That's my question. Yeah. Thank you.
Laxman, I have a question. Like one of the client which I'm currently working, they were saying that the data from the BI publisher, when they schedule the BI publisher report, the data will be imported, and that data needs to be transferred to the Fusion instance, like dev instance, so that the data will be picked up from there, and the further processing will be done. So is that feasible, and are you going to like explain how the data migration will be done?
That is, I mean, BIP, it's a more technical, but with the reference to your question, what I just heard is the mapping can be possible to move the data, but I'm really not sure on that. It's more into technical work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fine. So any other?
Laxman,
yeah.
Yeah, Laxman, in SaaS, can we customize the SLAM? Because that's just a configuration change.
We can do that. We can SLAM, we can modify.
Okay, unless and until it requires some custom source where we have to compile a procedure or something like that. That is not possible. Just configuration is possible.
Mapping you can define, and derivation rule you can write. Here everything we call as account rules and all. So in our classes, I'll take you through that. We'll be covering that part also. In P2P process, it's 100% mandatory. Without defining the rules, you cannot execute the P2P cycle. That's how it's slightly different when you compare with EBS.
Okay, so SLAM customization is possible unless and until we don't have any custom source. I mean, custom source as okay.
Yes,
okay, got it.
You can do that.
So, Laxman, when you go, when you go with demonstrating the end-to-end process, so during the trial session, 3 months, can we create our own examples like the way the student guides are defined? We can take the same scenario of what you did, and we can replicate the same kind of scenario.
See, we'll go with some
vision.
kind of case study kind of thing. We'll take some name as a company name, and with that name only we'll be creating everything. Within that environment only we execute all the business scenarios with respect to the application. That's how we can. And everything is in the spreadsheet, and the same sheet I'll be sharing with you from your side. Maybe you may change the name, and you can execute in the same environment or different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fine. So, any other questions, please?
Yeah, Laxman, it's Deepak.
Yeah, Deepak.
Yeah, I need some personal question.
Okay, 1 second. Just give me 2 minutes. If any questions from others, we'll see. If no question, I'll stop the recording and we'll discuss on those things. Fine. Any questions from anyone, please?
Are you going to be sending that spreadsheet you talk about, like from time to time, that these are the setups that need to be done along with the recording?
Yes. I'll do that. Whatever we do in the class, that sheet also I'll be placing in the Google Drive. You can access and you can refer when you practice.
Okay, because I was actually looking at one of the few previous recordings. I did not find the sheet. I actually requested Satish to send it. He said he's working on it.
No, previous batches we didn't promise and we didn't give. And
okay.
Previous, I think you might be referring. But from last batch onwards, we started giving, since there is a need from many guys. Even that is some, we have some concerns we ignored, and we started giving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll do that.
Laxman?
Sharing. Yeah, please.
Laxman, somehow I didn't get invite for this 8 a.m. Meeting. Can you make sure I'm included in it?
Yeah, sure. I'll talk to the team. Okay, you just who is speaking? Pradeepa, right?
Hi, Pradeepa.
Yeah, I'll talk to them. I'll just inform them to include you also.
Lakshman, even me too. Like last minute when I'm just calling all the way from US to to send the link. So if they can note down my name and email
Yes, yes.
and send the link promptly, that will be nice. Otherwise, I will be
Fine, Ravi.
expecting
Yeah, I'll
it
take
if
it
I
up.
don't
I'll
get
take
it.
it up. I'll take it. I'm really.
Mine is Ravi Pampana. Ravi Pampana.
Okay, Ravi Pampana. Okay, fine.
And I would like to talk with you personally later. So
We can connect. You want?
Are you available later? Like right now, it is like 12:30 a.m. EST. So can I call you in the morning sometime?
Yeah, yeah, sure. You can give a call to team and.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Hey, hey, Lakshman, I
Give a
had
call
a
to team and I'll be available. We can have a just discussion. Yeah. Yeah, please.
Yeah, hey, Lakshman, I had a question. Like, I'm planning in like transitioning as I mentioned earlier from like SCM to financials.
Okay.
I've got like huge experience in SCM, but I did work in AR and or order management. So of course I have some exposure to financials.
Okay.
Do you have any suggestions on how I can make this more effective?
So if you want to start with this Fusion Finance, your plan is just you want to go with the Fusion Financials, right?
Yeah, right.
So the best thing is you can just start with the Fusion Financials from scratch. Frankly speaking, it may take some time, but you'll become very strong. And again, when you start with the Fusion Financials, it would be very easy for you because its application is not new for you. Many things are not new. So usually you can understand, you can get ready with this required stuff. Then if you want to go with the cloud, then learning cloud will become very easy for you.
I see.
So
Okay.
I mean, it most of the people don't like these statements, but really works very well.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean, who tells that to the client? But yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Fine, then that's all for today. We'll just if any other questions will be.
I have
I'm
one
going to stop
question,
the recording.
Laxman.
No, just 1 second. We'll just stop the recording. Then any sort of questions we can discuss. Okay, thank you all. Have a good day and good night.
Yeah, Laxman.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm not going to end the meeting. 1 second.